Hi, this is Master Kevin Foong. In the year 2020, it's going to be the year of the Manta Rat. Do allow me to run through the 12 animal zodiac sign for you guys. Now, if you're born in the year of the pig, now this year for people that's born in the year of the pig, you have kind of one very good stars. So this is what we're going to be covering this year. So very simple, the first stars that you'll be encountering for this year is you have this surpassing path stars. Now what this actually means is actually put you into an enhanced and elevated social status, which means that people is going to give you a lot more attention than what you'll be getting this year. You probably also be promoted through giving you more higher responsibility. But this has kind of a drawback because these stars actually put you on a higher pedestal, but at the same time, you will kind of worry yourself with more responsibility and afraid that you probably can't cope with this and that and what's not, right? So what this actually means is tries to enjoy this new attention right now that you're having and do not think about the unnecessary or things that you can't control, right? Because some of these things that it may not even happen in the first place, okay? So other stars that I want to talk about is there's a little bit of inauspicious stars for people that's born in the year of the pig. So you want to pay attention to some of these stars to know how you're going to maneuver your way out of this and make sure it doesn't happen to you and everything is under control. So the first negative stars I'm going to talk about is this solo trap stars. Now what this actually means is you need to be very careful with money lending because this year, if you're not careful, you could be lending money and it's going on a one-way train, it's not going to come back to you. So, of course, I'm not stopping you guys from helping your family members or friends if they really need the money, but please be prudent and really exercise whether is it a good time to be lending this money. So, at the very least, that you're making some well-calculated risk on this sort of decisions. Now, the second thing is, when it comes to investment, you probably want to be a bit more cautious because this year, those kind of high risky investment are some of the things that you probably want to stay away from, because if you don't do that, this actually will cause severe losses in your investment. Now the next stars I'm going to talk about is this Death God stars. Now the Death God stars is nothing of that major, it's just a little bit of a hassle. It just causes little things to be lost this year here and there. So things like your personal belongings or your mobile phones when you're traveling, your luggage bag and things like that. So it's nothing major, but probably just try to get some insurance when you're traveling overseas so this doesn't try to catch you to last minute or caught you by surprise, right? So of course the last stars we're going to talk about is this sickness charm. Now the sickness charm traditionally is an illness stars. What this means is you actually put your body and subject them to heavy stresses, and what this also technically translates to is this year, if you're not careful, you may have to go through some of the surgeries or you put you through bouts of illness again and again. So what I want you to pay attention is this year, please adjust more of attention to your health instead, right? So remember, some of the times that we don't always, progress in terms of wealth, but remember this, health is a form of wealth, right? If you're not healthy, it doesn't help even if you have all the money in the world. So this year, I want you to focus your attention all on getting your health back. Now, on a final note, I just thought I would just give you a little bit more advice when it comes to handling not just your zodiac sign for this year. Now, of course, every year, as far as the zodiac forecast that we are doing it, they are not going to affect you 100% in that fact, because in fact, the zodiac sign is only going to account for a small percentage of it. Now, what this actually means is if your zodiac sign has prosperous stars, these are some of the years that you probably want to take more effort to move forward. You need to take action. It doesn't mean prosperous stars means you're just going to sit down on it and just going to strike a fortune. People just going to hand down money to you. On the contrary, in this kind of year where you have a lot of fortune stars that's coming your way, these are the year to go for expansion. Take out that job overseas or implement that dreams that you have not been implementing for a long time. But of course, on a side note, for some of you, if you have been saying, oh, there's so many inauspicious stars this year and think that this year is going to be all sucky, fret not. Let me just go a bit more in depth now. In fact, if you're going to talk about astrology, since you already subscribe to astrology in the first place, you do know that this is only breaks down to 12 animal sign. Now to go a bit in depth, what you want to really find out is your date of birth and time, because technically it doesn't mean that, example, if we say that horse is not doing good this year because of clashes, and all the horse will be collapsing. People who's born in the year of the horse will all die a horrible death. No, we don't mean that. What it actually also means is, for some of you out there, if you actually know your 八字 in that sense, because your 八字actually give you 100% perspective to know what you really want to implement this year. So I actually implore some of you to take more time to understand some of your 八字 and make good decisions from there. Of course, I do have my good teams of instructors, and even myself, we are all ready to assist. For some of you, you want to open up your paths and know what is in line for 2020, feel free to let us know, and we will always be here to help you. Do allow me to take this opportunity to wish you guys a happy and prosperous 2020 in the year of the Metal Rat. Cheers!